Love you. Are we on there? Have the cameras both carrying? There we go. This music is awesome.
This is a public service announcement from this
Here we
station.
go.
Idiots are now assisting with the broadcast.
This song is one of my three favorites that are playing on the other side. And it's Tracy Chapman. And she's got Baby May I Hold You. But she's doing a duet with the one and only Pavarotti.
Pavarotti.
How you really say it, but everybody hears this Pavarotti. Anyway, cannot wait.
Something talking.
It does. My kids turn my computer on. This is it. My kids turn my computer on that talks to me, and I don't know how to turn it off. And so for 5 years, I'll be doing stuff, and it'll scare the hell out of me. The computers come on and say stuff to me. And tell me what time it is, and tell me to shut up. I'm like, okay. How are you, Henry?
I am absolutely marvelous.
Are you marvelous today?
I feel great.
But we have a birthday celebration we're going to do a little bit later.
Oh, cool. I know it's not my birthday.
No, it's not your birthday, it's not my birthday, but it's somebody's birthday.
Well,
It's a couple days
I'll
past.
be 56 this year.
And
You know what I mean?
what, 56? No,
57.
75 maybe. Switching around. I don't know about your IQ. You're talking about your IQ, I believe it.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
got to put on the old lady glasses. I'm sorry, folks, but I'm getting there myself. These are my Wonder Woman glasses. I put them on and it's like, laser. I was up skiing a few days ago. Did you know that?
Hi.
It was just incredible. I had all the stuff up to my phone. It was cold. It was minus 17 at the base on the wind day. But it was a beautiful day, and it was just really, I mean, it's never unbelievable outside of what's going on. It's great. So what do you want to start with today, Henry?
I want to hear all these great
Well,
stories.
I've got some really cool stories, so we're gonna pick out which ones we like. Okay, so I'm gonna read you just the headlines, and then we'll go back and do some that we think are the best ones. Okay, beer from 1886 shipwreck may yield new brew. So there's a beer they found on a wrecked ship outside of New York, and they're gonna make that into brew it, I guess. Yeah. This is one of my favorites: cockroaches named after X's. To be fed to Texas zoo animals. So we'll talk about that.
God.
It's a Valentine's promotion.
That's really a good one.
They named the cockroaches at the zoo after their ex-boyfriends, girlfriends, bosses, whatever. And
They're actually good to eat.
then they fed like Betty to the snake. You know, that's a good one. Okay, this is a great one. Man's car stolen while he was asleep in the back seat, and then it wrecked and did a bunch of damage. So we're going to see if that story held up. A hungry bear goes for a ride after getting stuck in a garbage truck. Was driven all around stuck in the back of the truck. A woman finds a tiger in her house. So this is my favorite. We'll talk about it. Man who robbed a bank slips and spills cash in front of a policeman that was just around the corner. So he's running away. The policeman doesn't know he's a crook, and he slips and he spills all the cash. That's another one. So there's just some incredible, really funny stuff. So we're going to talk about that. But I have a special guest. So do you think we should bring out the special guest?
Yes, I think that would be great.
I'm going to wait till you're all done over there because I want you to be able to see my special guest too while you're working. So there's another woman finds a tiger in a house and calls the police and says she's not lying, trying to convince him that yes, there's a tiger in the house. And then, not to be upstaged by animals, in another state, someone calls and heard a bunch of noise in their basement, and somehow a horse got in there. I don't know, but this is the all-time. We'll start with this and then I'll introduce my special guest. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Mom scouting date for son draws campus ire. So this is on a college campus in Towson, Maryland. It was almost Valentine's Day, and this mother was running around the campus trying to set up her son on a date. And she was being so aggressive about it that the police were concerned. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry, Mom, but your kid is never getting another date. What do you think? John, better change schools. It was in the Baltimore Sun. A woman in her 50s was wearing a multicolored scarf, approached students in 2 campus buildings, showing them pictures on her cell phone and asked them if they would date her son, please. Oh my God. Would you kill your mom?
There was a movie like that.
Oh.
That the mom was out there really trying
dead
to get a date with her daughter.
Oh.
And she couldn't.
Oh, no, this one's bad. So anyway, they got in trouble. University said the woman is being sought for criminal investigation. So she's running around. They're going to actually file charges on her. I'm sure that kid's like done. He's gone. He's like, I'm not going to school there anymore, Mom. You blew that for me.
That's over, huh?
Yeah, that's over. Okay, you're not getting the dick ever. That's going to be one of those. What was that movie with the in the shower? Norman Bates.
You've been making all these sounds. You've been making all these sounds all afternoon.
I know, I've been making all kinds of fun noises. I'm speaking of that. We're going to bring out my special guest. Are you ready? Here he is. What that is? It's a Damn It Donald doll.
Damn it.
Someone
Donald
gave it to me.
doll.
Yep. Here it is. And here's the poem on the back of it. Whenever things don't go so well and you want to hit the wall and yell, here's a little damn it doll that you can't do without. Just grab him firmly by the legs and find a place to slam it. And as you whack the stuffing out, yell, damn it, damn it, damn it. This is what I do every day. In case you're wondering, when I'm watching the news
close
and Donald Trump comes on, damn it, damn it, damn it. And then I put pins in it, and I want to light them on fire. I might do that. And if you bother me today, I'm going to use this. It's too fresh with me. I'm going to hit with Donald. Hit with the Donald. I've got to keep him far away from me because I don't want him to touch my private parts. And then talk about it with the guy from what is it, Entertainment Tonight? Nope. Here. This is him.
This is crazy.
Hey, no. It's too close. He's nasty.
He's nasty.
Wait, do it again. Maybe I'll get $150,000 settlement. Like some of them other girls. That's creepy, isn't he? He's creepy. How about the fake national emergency, huh? Let's call a national emergency because I didn't get my way.
What is going on with this? It's
a bad precedent. No matter what you believe about that, it's a bad precedent. Because guess what, Base? If you don't have a brain, I'm not sure. But anyway, guess what, Base? If he can do this, then the next time a Democrat's elected, they can do the same thing when they don't get what they want. Yeah. This is a temper tantrum. We have a Congress and a Senate that votes on a budget and passes it for a reason, and to just change it for political things is ridiculous and wrong. And I think we should take that power away. I think Congress should go in and vote for the president. You know, but that's another story.
I can't
use the
what's the emergency?
Well, I don't know because it wasn't an emergency 3 weeks ago. It wasn't an emergency 5 years ago.
Did he have to go to the bathroom? And he wetted his pants?
That could have been it, you know. That might be it. Do you know Donald Trump got thrown out of the Boy Scouts? He got thrown out of the Boy Scouts. You know, here's going to ask you. Wait. Hey, Jack, I want not you. Okay. He got thrown out of the Boy Scouts. You know why?
What?
Eating brownies. He did.
Oh my God.
He did.
Rhonda.
Didn't you?
That was really good.
Wait.
I'm using that.
It's Big League. Okay. I shouldn't have brought this in because I'm just going to be like, oh, you touched me. Me too. Stop. Okay, we're going to get back on our show. Oh, and we're just going to pick them up occasionally throughout the show and beat the crap out of them. Okay. Now, stop it. Or no, definitely don't put them down there. Do that. Okay. I'm going to put them over here. Wait a minute. All right. What else did you, before we get into oddities and oddity news?
That was an oddity.
I love this. Thank you.
That's so cool.
I got it at a Christmas party. And
beat the hell.
I just love it. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I just beat him. Anyway, so let's talk about the beer from the shipwreck. You want to do that? Okay. So it's in Cobblestone, New York. And beer lovers, this is incredible. There was, who's on here? Oh, Janet. Hi, Janet. Beer lovers, there's a bottle of 133-year-old shipwreck. And basically they found some yeast in a bottle of beer that hadn't broken when they discovered the shipwreck. And apparently what happened was that the shipwreck was on its way, or the ship was on its way from Liverpool, England to New York City. Had 852 people on board, all survived the wreck. It was in March 14th in like 1886 or something. It was 1886. And they, somehow or another, some divers were down there and they found this beer that hadn't been broken. So they brought it up and what they're doing is the biotechnology students at the State University of New York in Cobblestone are uncorking it, going to save the yeast, and then they're going to take it to a local brewer. That's why I'm drinking brewer. And they're going to brew this beer, and then they're going to see what it tastes like. I can't imagine. It's probably pretty heavy. Wouldn't you think they had lager back then and things like that? Probably, there's no such thing as a light beer, I'm pretty sure, in 1986. This is my favorite promotion. Okay. I love this. In fact, next year I'm going to do it. Cockroaches named after your exes to be fed to Texas zoo animals. Oh yes, that's why all your exes have to live in Texas. Song. El Paso. It wasn't really in the Valentine's Day spirit, but a Texas zoo had cockroaches that could help you get over these anger issues. Donald, the cockroach named Donald. Anyway, so what they did was you could go on their Facebook page and they had all these hearts and these cockroaches with people's names and initials on them. And then they would take cockroaches and they'd show you a feed of them throwing cockroaches at the different animals that ate them. So basically, like, I hate, say your ex was Betty. Betty, they go, this is Betty, and they'd feed Betty to a snake.
I've never had an ex.
Oh, right. That's because you never had a date. So your parents paid Pearl to marry you.
How'd you know?
I knew all about
Where'd
it.
you dig this up at?
Pearl told me. She said, I said, what are you going to do? You ever going to retire? She said, oh, yeah, I've got plenty of money. Henry's parents paid me. Over the years, it's built up a lot of interest.
Get rid of him. Get him out of here.
So anyway, they had to close the promotion down. It was called Quit Bugging Me because so many people were sending them the names of their exes to name cockroaches and then just throw them to the animals. Isn't that great? I think that's a really great idea. And this is another one. So a man fell asleep in the back of his car. He was taking a nap. He was a musician. He was up all night playing. Must have been drinking too, if you ask me. And it was in Delaware. And he was so sound asleep that he thought he was having a dream that somebody got in the car and was driving around. But really, he said it was a person had gotten his car, stole it while he was in the back seat. And then, of course, it ran through a yard and hit a bush and some trees and did a lot of damage. And the police came. And when the guy realized that there was someone in the back seat, apparently he ran away. And that's the story he told the police. Of course, they don't believe this. Who would, right? Except that a neighbor finally came out and said, I've got this on video. It actually happened. So I want to know what that guy was drinking. I want some. I'll have what he's having. Right. So let's see. Oh, here's one. A hungry bear went for a ride and got stuck on a trash truck.
That was after he got stuck.
Yeah, after he got stuck. He got stuck and then he went for a ride. So drivers were startled to see a hungry bear that got stuck in the back of a trash truck and took a ride across the stretch of North Carolina. Can you imagine the garbage guys are in there and they go to the next place they're stopping and they open up, there's just a bear stuck in there. Oh my God.
That would be startling.
Yeah, pretty scary. Let's see if here's a couple. Oh, this one's great. This is a dumb guy. This is somebody that we should take out of the gene pool. I'm going to read this story. This is in Maine. Why are all these things lately? For a while, they were all in the South. For a while, they were all in the South, like all the nuts. Now they're all in the Northwest. I'm not sure. Maybe the winter has got to them. I don't know. Police say a man who had just robbed a bank in Maine ran across 4 lanes of traffic and a restaurant parking lot before slipping on ice and dropping his gun and his money in front of a special agent, a state police special agent. And the agent wasn't actually chasing him. He was there like having lunch, came out, the guy tripped. And boom, there it all was.
That'd be nice.
Really easy. Got him.
Got him.
Move on. So I thought that was pretty funny.
It was. It's like, there's been some really crazy bank robberies.
There's a lot.
Did you ever hear that one that happened here in Denver?
What was that one?
It was
an old man or something?
Yeah, and he robbed his bank, and they thought it was him, but they never caught him.
He was an older man, right?
$1.2 million.
Yeah, $1.2 million, and he got away with it. Where is it, Henry? Take me to dinner. Hitting shooter all the time.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That's why you really brought him in here.
Yeah, let's keep you away from it. Did you want you want to tell them what I did earlier today? I made a mistake. Oops. Made a mistake.
That was so funny. Inside the studio we have our keyboard, and it's you got all these keystrokes that, and certain keystrokes will launch different applications. And in this case, she hit a certain keystroke that launched all this Mexican music.
Yeah, just put the whole station in Spanish.
Put it into Spanish.
I didn't even do it with my hands. I just moved. He comes up, what did you do? I said, I'm just getting ready for this surge of people charging the border. There was a reason behind that,
And all these Mexicans are standing by their jets and everything.
They're just waiting, that was the cue. I was giving them the cue. They heard the Mexican music on KUHS Denver and hit the wall, baby.
What's that old saying?
I know. Oh my God.
You ever hit the wall? You're so tired. You're going, God, I hit the wall.
I actually literally hit the wall. Like walk
right into it.
Walk right into it.
What happened, Rhonda? Nothing.
I don't know. I don't know where I am. So what do you think's been going on? What other things?
Oh, lots of cool things have been going on besides your Fred. So that guy that comes on and says all these jokes, him.
My special guest. Tell us about it.
I think there's a lot of people who really buy into all that. Like
They do.
Something's going to really happen. It's like
I know. And you know what's the funny part is that the statistics just don't back it up. They just do not back it up. It's, the majority of that stuff is coming into other ways. I think the technology is what we need because they can't check all the cars.
That's right.
They should be able to check all the cars and all of those things. And you would coming through the legal.
But I could tell you, they fly jets.
Well, I know. And they fly jets and they come in boats and they're not coming in like, hi.
Yeah. No.
I got three 12-year-old prostitutes and a kilo of cocaine and I'm just walking right through.
It's the only thing.
No.
At all. The true problem here in America, and we talk about drugs, we're trying to take the focus off that family of 8 that created the opioid epidemic. That's where the true drugs.
Family of 8 that created, what is this?
It's a pharma. It's a family of 8 people. And they created this, I forgot the name of the pharma that they created. They're the ones who created the oxycodone.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah. And so it's actually legalized.
You know these people because I like some.
They won't come out in public. They hide.
Speaking of that, speaking of drugs.
Speaking of drugs.
I got my hands on
some
a copy of the Colorado Employers Need to Know About Marijuana Workman's Compensation book.
How are we going to compensate me for the marijuana?
Compensate you for that. Actually, what's interesting, folks, is that even though it's legal in Colorado, it's not legal federally.
That's really crazy.
So if you get caught, let's say not caught, but if you have an injury at work, this is kind of weird. You have an injury at work, and they'll take a blood test, and if you have marijuana in your system, we all know that stays in your system about 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not sometimes months. It doesn't come out easy depending on how you metabolize. So you might have smoked a joint on a holiday weekend, say, President's Day, and then be at work 2 weeks later and get injured. And if that's in your system, it automatically cuts your benefit in half in workers' compensation. Even if you weren't high at the time, they don't mess with it.
Why?
That's the way it is.
I mean, my blood pumps Colombian gold.
I thought you were going to say it pumps something else.
I know. I almost did. I know. I
was waiting.
Didn't you think that's where it was going?
And even if you're prescribed medical marijuana for pain, which a lot of people take it for pain, you can't take that. You can't do that at work. You can still get in trouble too. And even if you injured yourself at work, and then you're, a workman's compensation doctor won't prescribe it, but you were prescribed medical marijuana. If you get injured at work, you can't do that at work.
Well, they're trying any way to get out of paying money.
You'll lose your compensation.
Yeah, they're trying anything. But how would they find out?
So rather than, but opioids are just fine. It's like, okay, marijuana is not addicting, nothing else. You can't take that. But, but it's okay if you've got a prescription for opioids and you take those at work.
Legalized heroin, opioids, the Oxycontin, that heroin.
What is the crisis anyway?
It's heroin.
I thought it was that people
they just couldn't
find it. It was a crisis because they couldn't get it. Oh, no, where is it?
Well, what's happened is that from Afghanistan, they have all the big giant poppy clubs. That's why they have the war machine out there.
Okay.
Then they bring it here to town. They first test it out on all the Indian people. They do 400 a month, test all these different drugs.
Well, where are you coming up with this?
I know all about the drug trade.
I'm not asking why. Cartel. Archuleta cartel.
It's like this. It's okay. So then they bring it into the U.S. and they rename it Oxycontin.
But it's heroin.
It's heroin.
But what is?
It's heroin.
Why do
all
they
those
just call it
opioids
heroin?
are heroin. Huh?
Oh, they just call it heroin.
They have to sell it legally, so they call it Oxycontin.
But isn't there something else? Like, what's the other stuff besides Oxycontin? Percocet.
Percocet's not heroin.
That's bad. That's not heroin?
That's heroin.
Oh.
It's all heroin.
I can't take that. It almost makes me hallucinate. Percocet's like, are you kidding me?
Well, now, you're talking drugs. They made the mushrooms legal.
Oh, are they legal here, mushrooms?
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
Mushrooms
you want one?
Yes. I didn't know mushrooms were legal.
Yeah, they made the mushrooms legal. What?
Mushrooms?
Yes, the
hallucinogen. Why did this happen? How did I not know? How did I not know? See? We should have had a wall. We would have no mushrooms and no marijuana.
That's so funny. Yeah, they're legal. You want some?
You don't have them.
Yeah, I got some mushrooms.
I've got some canned mushrooms. You put into spaghetti sauce.
No. The good stuff.
You do not have good stuff. I'm sitting here going, maybe.
She's sitting there, really?
Really?
Here, come here, you
My
want
head's
some
going,
mushroom?
I'm trying to remember the last time I did a mushroom. It was probably
Oh, man.
like 74 or 6 or something.
Sitting there. One time I was playing in a band and we did some mushroom.
Oh my God.
And we didn't know any of the medley of the, what was it, the Supreme song. We were doing a medley of the Supremes. We didn't know nothing about it when we were up there. Stop in the name.
You were probably not. You probably think you were great. You were probably like, there's these two guys out there going, stop.
That's how it was.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
Mama
mushrooms
told, ain't no high enough. Yeah.
That's for real.
And you're like, and the guitar played itself. It was the most amazing concert we ever did.
Have you ever seen that one little joke where the guy's sitting out there and he's thinking he's going number 2 out there in the middle, on his toilet. He goes, man, I took those.
Bad joke. I'm getting ready. I'm getting my defense ready.
No.
Yes.
Never mind. No, really, he took some.
No.
I won't go there.
You're stopping. This is the only thing I know that can stop him in his tracks. It's like, yeah.
She wants to go across my head.
Let's see what's on the radio real quick.
Okay.
Nothing. Oh, I have my headset down. I'm like, over here. Oh, you know what it is? Old time rock and roll. Oh my God. That's like you're two-headed. Old time rock and roll. Bob Seger. Love it. Do not make fun of him. This is my special guest. You
What
can
did
ask
you
me.
name him?
It's Donald.
Donald what?
Donald Dumb. Donald Dump.
Don't take a dump.
Yeah, Donald Dump. Anyway, we should ask. You want to interview him?
Yes.
Okay, so ask him some questions.
Donald, this fence you're talking about, what's it going to be made of?
Well, it could be slats. It could be barbed wire. It's going to be, but it's going to be bigly and it's going to be great.
And okay, Donald, tell me this. What's the fence for?
It's keeping out brown people. Because we all know that they're bad. Bad. So we're keeping them all out. And those babies, those Mexican cartel babies that are coming across, we're gonna get them, we're gonna lock them up.
Okay, so now why are they putting it on the southern border when the eastern border and the western border is where everybody comes through? From Europe, from Hawaii.
They're white.
No, they're not.
Well, they're whiter.
Hawaiians are not.
Well, they're not really Americans. They're not Americans. Hawaiians and Puerto Ricans and all those people. No. We're going to take America back. We're taking it back. We're going to build a fence. Or a wall. Or a ditch. Or a moat. Something. That's a flying Donald. That's pretty bad. Don't do that. You don't want to keep it one. We should just build a wall around him. So big you can't scale it. It's going to be better than the Chinese wall, the Great Wall of China.
Now, okay, so I'm not that color. You say brown people's up. That excludes me.
You're okay because you're white enough. He's got a scale. That's why he wears long sleeves. If he rolls them up, he's got a little scale of color on his arm, and he checks people, and they come up, and if they pass, and he lets them in. That's how it is. Well, I'm whiter than you, see? See there. I'm more American than you are.
Color.
I'm more American than you are, Heather.
Okay, let's do some dialogue here. Let's talk about our vocabulary. Let's talk.
Okay, wait. You want Donald in this? Because he doesn't have one. You have to keep it at 3rd grade. Okay, we're going to put him away. You have to go away now. I'm sorry, it's time for your nap. I've got you a Whopper, and we're going to read stuff, and you might not like that.
Do you ever see the WTF show, her talking to the Donald doll?
We're just crazy today.
It's her.
It's not me.
It's her show.
Okay, yeah. Maybe it is me. Maybe it is. All right, anyway, what's up?
Oh my
What are we going to talk about? Vocabulary.
You
were going to talk about vocabulary.
Okay, you know how to determine who really belongs here in America, right?
How?
By their vocabulary.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. This
Okay,
is a joke. Go
yes.
ahead.
Okay, so how do you pronounce taco?
Taco.
Burrito.
Burrito.
Enchilada.
Enchilada.
Stuffed sopapilla.
Stuffed sopapilla.
Okay. How do you pronounce the last name Vigil?
B-I-G.
Vigil.
By
Vigil.
Vigil.
Vigil? No, that's a Spanish last name. How do you pronounce it?
Was it B-I or B?
B.
Oh, I said B. We're so damn old. We don't know what the hell he said. B.
Vigil.
B-Hill.
How do most people pronounce it?
Wouldn't they pronounce it B-Hill?
Most people pronounce it Vigil.
Are you serious?
That's
well,
a
they
heart
get them
attack.
out. They're
Yes,
too
there
dumb.
you go.
They're too dumb.
See? So you're passing so
And they
far.
said B, I'm going B-Hill.
You're passing so far.
Okay, B-Hill. All right, but I'm passing the test.
Okay, the last name of Gallegos.
G-A-L-L.
Egos.
The Lagos.
It's on. Out. Gallegos.
Oh, Gallegos. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's not Gallegos.
Yeah.
The L is
It's silent. I forgot. Yeah. Well, it's hard to do it in my head, so I can't. I'm dyslexic enough. You tell me that, and I'm going, huh? L-L-E. I can't even remember that for the past two letters.
Okay, it's all phonetically. How do you pronounce my last name?
Archuleta. What?
Is it?
Is it? I don't know.
See? Oh my God.
How do you pronounce mine?
I don't even remember your last name.
S-H-E-Y-A.
How come they pronounce it that way?
I don't know. I married it. I don't know.
Rhonda Sheya.
Yeah, it's a Shay. They took it off. I think they got lazy. They just, stopped.
They're all drunk. They said, Rhonda Sheya.
It's my
Rhonda
husband.
Shay.
It's his family. They can't spell. They can't do nothing right.
They're all drunk. Rhonda Sheya. What's your name? Rhonda Sheya.
Yeah, that's it. I had a simple name before that, but
What was your name before?
it was Paige, right? And
Really?
my mother's name was Del Mastro.
How come we don't keep it? A lot of the Mexican people do keep their
Maiden name, yeah.
So it would be Rhonda
Paige
Shay.
Shay. So
I
it would
like
be.
that. That sounds more, Hollywood.
Oh yeah, because I'm so Hollywood. I'm a Hollywood. Yeah, that's it. So what do you think is the weirdest thing outside of our friend Donald that happened this week?
Okay, let me think. The weather.
Yeah, that was, I know, wasn't it crazy? I want to say, I think the weirdest thing that happened last week was it was a birthday of a friend of mine.
Mhm.
Yeah, and February 12th. It's a birthday for your favorite friend of mine. Now, who is that? I know you know.
Your favorite friend.
And my Balls. It was Balls' birthday.
That's a real name too. I think that I thought you were joking with me.
No, her real name is Balls.
Her real name is Balls. She's got balls.
She's got them, and no, she didn't. I don't know. I haven't really checked. Her name was Balls.
There's this little joke up there. The gal says they're both in bed. This guy and girl are in bed, and she goes, "Hun, there's nothing to be so worried about. The little tiny penis." He goes, "Yes, but it's on you."
Oh God, oh, Henry! I'm trying to say happy birthday, my friend. You put that. You get this for that. Say happy birthday to Lynn Turnbull. Say happy birthday to Lynn
Happy
Turnbull.
birthday, Lynn Turnbull.
I'm telling you right now, she'll come out here and kick your butt if you keep doing that.
That was so funny.
That is kind of funny.
It is.
It's kind of, it's off color. We certainly don't want to participate in that type of show here.
On the WTF,
On the WTF show.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
This is only where you hear that. On the WTF show with Rhonda Sheya here on KUHS, Denver.
So we'll talk about Valentine's Day. Anybody?
Oh, yeah.
So
What
happy
did you
birthday, happy birthday, Lynn Turnbull, a.k.a. Balls, one of my dearest friends. Hope you had a great one. Sorry I didn't celebrate. A.k.a. Balls, that's it. Everybody laughs at that. It's because, I'm telling you, it's because her last name, Turnbull, we just kind of shortened it to Ball. And then it was Balls in the sorority. That's how it
It's
happened.
so cute, though.
It's got no other connotation to it.
And everybody just teases the hell out of it.
Yeah, her mom doesn't like it.
No?
They call her Ma Balls. She doesn't like it.
Hey, balls.
She don't like that too much. Ball says thanks. There, she's on there. There you go. Henry said happy birthday. We said happy birthday. What?
You were talking about Valentine's Day. Yeah, so there's all kinds of cool things that you can get. For me,
I got nothing. Nada.
Well,
Nothing. 37 years of marriage. Nada. Nothing.
Not even a bad time.
Not a card. Not a happy Valentine's Day. Nothing.
No Mexican food.
No Mexican food. Nope. How do you like that? He's in the doghouse.
Wow.
What'd you give Pearl? Does it
I
matter?
gave her a bad time.
That's about right.
Yeah, you know what else?
No Valentine. That's it.
Nothing.
Nothing. Nada. One of my friends sent me a picture. Their husband had decorated their car before they went to work, filled it with flowers and candy and all this other stuff. And I just sent it back and I said, let me send you a picture of what I got. I just took my hand and took a picture of a total, like, black nothing. And said it here. That's what I got.
Well, you know, Valentine's Day can get really nice. And sometimes some ladies will go get their negligees with, you know,
Not if they don't get a present.
rose petals all over the bed, wine, candles, and then they invite their boyfriend over. Well, the husband's gone.
That's it. They don't get a present, then the husband gets none of that. Let me tell you right now. That's off the table when you don't get a present.
Serious?
Serious. Off the table.
Well, that can't be. Hold your husband hostage because of that. That's not right.
Oh, I know. It doesn't have to be right.
No,
we got the power of the V, baby.
The power of the Panani.
We can do whatever we want.
That's true. I attest to it.
Oh, Susan Frew was on. She was our guest, you know, on back a little while on Boost.
Oh, yes.
Yes, yeah. Hi, Susan. How are you?
Hi, Susan.
She has a wonderful company, Sunshine Plumbing, HVAC, heating, plumbing, heating.
I see.
And they are incredible. So if anybody ever needs that, they're honest, the day is long, and absolutely great. So give them a plug there. I don't do that often, but she's worth it.
Yeah, there's all kinds of cool things that people do for Valentine's Day. Some people will go out and buy their wife a brand new big old diamond.
Some people.
Yeah. I heard.
Who are those people? I want to marry those people. I want to leave. This isn't right.
Like the one gal says, listen, you either get me a Valentine's present or else I'm not going to be disguising myself as your sister to your wife anymore.
That's pretty good.
Right?
I love the one you're with. It's a good song, isn't it? Sue Davies is on. Hi, Davies. I'm going to give a little shout out to a friend of mine who's been, I know she's not listening because she's in the hospital and she's been fighting for her life for the past couple of weeks. Her name is Susan Nash, and she is in St. Louis. And I just want to give a shout out and ask anybody that can believe in prayer to please say a prayer for her. That she has turned the corner and is doing better. But we need to keep her in our thoughts and in our prayers. If we could do that for her, I would appreciate it.
You know, this ain't joking about that, but you know, I was thinking because I heard this. That's what reminded me. For Donald, for his wall, just send him some prayers and what's that other thing to say?
Thoughts
and prayers. And
don't make fun. My friend needs that.
No, that's real. No, I was just saying that's what reminded me.
Yeah.
Just send him thoughts and prayers for his wall.
But seriously, I don't make fun of that because she's been it's been her recovery or her slow turnaround. She's not recovered yet. It's been nothing short of miraculous. So I don't want to make fun of that. Don't want to tempt that. I just want to say thank you to God for that, and I want to ask everybody else to do the same, please.
Isn't it true that medicinal marijuana is good for cancer? Is it true?
Yes, because either it cures you or you don't give a damn. One or the other. No.
Or you don't give it.
It's okay, fine. You know?
Take me, I don't care.
Okay, yeah, really, okay. No, actually it does help, but it's not necessarily cancer that helps. It helps some of the side effects of chemotherapy.
Oh,
is what it helps.
Like nausea. I don't believe in chemotherapy.
You don't?
I think that's just, I don't believe in that. There are other things on this earth that will actually, I think, be true.
Well, there was this article in London, or France, I'm sorry, that they have this, what they think they have discovered a cure. And it's going to be on the market in Europe in about 6 months. And Europe probably will be dead before they get it.
Yeah, they won't let it.
But it's a targeted type of drug that goes directly to the cells, and that in any stage, I mean, it was in like the London Times or some very legitimate paper. It wasn't like a National Enquirer, you know, like they found that.
I've always thought the National Enquirer was legitimate.
Oh yeah, it is, right? Sure is. I mean, I mean, every other day when I go to the grocery store, I see a two-headed baby. It's like, God, he's best friends.
Oh, that's Henry.
He's best friends with my best friend, Donald.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he get the owner of the Enquirer? Didn't he get the subpoenaed?
Yes.
Yeah, by Mueller. What do you think? I mean, seriously.
You never know what they find because they're good at it too.
I know, but it's kind of weird, you know. The guy is like, there's nobody more famous for lying anywhere in the world than the National Enquirer. You're going to bring him in, you know. Let's see. Yes, it's in the vault between the story about the face-eating alien and the lizard people. You know, it's like, okay, next. You know, I wouldn't believe a word he said. Jeez, what
lizard people?
Yeah, lizard people. Yeah, there are people that believe that. We talked about that conspiracy theory before.
You never know if there really is.
Hey, there's Ann. Oh my gosh, there's Annie Dwyer. You know who she is? She's awesome. Hi, Annie. She is. Oh my gosh, she was at the Nerd Square Music Hall for 100 years. No, I said 100 years. For about 20 years. And I'm giving her a hard time. And she entertains all over town. She's one of the best comedic actresses and singers, and just great all around fun person. If you have an opportunity to see anything that she's in,
she does stand up.
Annie, no, she's an actress.
Oh, actress.
She's real. She's legitimate. If you are in something now, text that to me and I'll tell everybody about it. So she's just awesome. So if you're in a show currently, let me know. And let me know where and I'll talk about it. But anyway, what I was going to say is that we just don't know anymore what's true and what isn't, do you?
I know. It's
it's so hard to tell. You know, it's like, used to be you could tell.
That's right.
You can't. You know, the 24-hour news cycle, I think, has really contributed to that a lot.
Yes, big time. And I think what's going on nowadays is like, I don't even like to watch the news.
Yeah.
It's like, it's too canned. Yeah, it's too canned. And you can tell it's all.
Well, I like the real news, but the talk shows are the ones that do the same story over and over and over and over and over. It's like, oh my God, then they're going to be talking heads in.
Yes, I don't even watch those talk shows. They're not even fun.
Starting to get on, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? Yeah. It's like the same thing.
Like Saturday Night Live can be some good stuff.
Oh
but
they
can really bend it something.
I love, here's where she got, I can't even say that. Disenchanted. Oh, okay, this is Annie. So if you guys haven't seen Annie Dwyer lately, you need to go out and see her. She is an amazing actress. There is nothing that this woman is in that you wouldn't love. She's great. So she is at, it's about a Disney princess gone bad, but I can't get I'll have to get my butt up and see it, but I can't, Annie, the text went away on my phone, so I can only see, I know it's called Disenchanted, and it
as a Disney
princess gone bad, but I can't see the name of the venue, so if you'd send me that one more time, I'll let them know that. And I should get my butt up to see it. I think I will. So I'm going to get there and see it. Because Annie's in it, I want to see it. And I can assure you that you will, it'll be worth every penny. You can choose it.
Hey, back to the Valentine's thing, and you were saying you didn't get nothing. What would you like?
I don't know. How about Happy Valentine's Day? Just a comment.
How about a dinner one-on-one?
Oh, at the Boulder Dinner Theater stage.
I've been there one time.
Oh, that's a great place. That's great.
You can eat dinner and then right?
Yeah, you can eat dinner. It's a great place.
You eat dinner and then the show.
Dinner and show.
Now, do you like the Valentine's Day dinner?
Well, I wasn't sure what you meant by that. I'm like going, what was he going to say next?
Like one-on-one and romantic dinner?
A nice dinner would be fun. Or just maybe come home and
have him whisper.
How about this? I clean the house for you. And
no. How about he whisper sweet nothings in your ear as he dances slow with you?
Sometimes we dance in our kitchen.
Yeah,
we actually do that.
Oh,
Danica Thorpe is watching. Hi, Danica Downey. I should say Downey. I don't know if I made you.
What else? Come on, we gotta get the scoop on you.
Sometimes we dance in our kitchen. We really do, my husband and I.
Naked?
No. we live in a townhouse. We live in a townhouse.
Don't fry bacon naked.
We live in a townhouse complex, and and there's not a lot of privacy, and so we have all these bay windows around, and dancing naked could lead to its own problems. First of all, nobody know what they were seeing at our age. I could mop the floor though. Oh, it's been a polish the floor. It's true. Hey, listen, when you get older, I stole this line from somebody. I won't say who, but a family member. When you get older, you do start sagging, And one friend of mine said, "It looks like you fed the village."
No, Rhonda.
Yeah, it's like, we don't dance naked. You cannot do anything that gravity would distort. Because you might look good, but then if you're like dancing naked, you don't look good anymore because stuff is going places you can't stop it. It's like, wait, come back. Yeah, you can't stop it. The song ends, 10 minutes later, you stop jiggling. That doesn't work. So none of that.
Well, it's worth a try. I was wondering what you guys did. Okay, then you didn't get no dinner, no dancing in the kitchen naked. No. Did he take you out for?
No. Nada.
A movie?
No.
Did he Whiskey sweet.
Nope.
Sweet?
Nothing. The nothing part, yes. Nothing. Not the sweet. Nothing. Nada. Nada. I told you, nada.
Well, that sure doesn't float your boat.
No, sure didn't.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sure didn't. That's it. Nada.
Did
The old
he say,
thing.
did he say happy birthday?
No, nothing. It was like it didn't exist.
Did he say,
It
"Come
was
here,
like he
Rhonda"?
went. It was like he went to had amnesia, and that date just completely was gone, never existed.
Hey, I gotta be excused. I go to the bathroom real quick.
No, you do this every time. I think you're getting drugs. I think you're getting those opioids we were talking about. All right, Henry. I'm going to talk about this. And this is really cool. So this is a story that I ran across, and I think it's really interesting. And it's kind of odd. It was a purse lost in school in the 1950s, and it's been reunited with its owner. So here's the story. It was in Indiana. A purse containing a prom invitation, photos, and other items from the 1950s will be returned to its now 82-year-old owner after workers found it while demolishing a part of an Indiana high school. Martha Everett lost this black-stitched purse more than 6 decades ago. Workers found it. Wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. Okay, so if it's 6 decades ago, 7 decades, 70, well, maybe it does. I'm trying to figure out if she's old enough to be in the 80s if she lived in the 50s. This is kind of scary because I was born in the 50s. All right, anyway, Martha Everett lost a black-stitched purse more than 6 decades ago. Workers found it in January behind a science classroom cabinet in old Jefferson High School where Everett was a senior in 1955. So anyway, the Greater Clark County School spokeswoman, Erin, and I'm not going to say this last name because it's a really hard last name, says that the district was able to track Everett, and thanks to the power of social media, they used social media finder, and one of her relatives saw it on Facebook, and they plan to give her back the purse. She lives in Florida, so they're sending it to her home in Florida. Isn't that cool? I mean, can you imagine? It would be like a moment in time captured at that moment of your youth because you lost your purse. You know,
I wonder what she had.
If I lost my purse in high school, it would have been like 45-year-old pot.
It'd be the best stuff you ever had. And you get sell the seeds. Wow,
like,
what kind of strain is this?
We found a purse from 1974. Oh, mushrooms, pot,
Uppers, downers, white crosses, pink hearts.
All kinds of stuff.
Opioids.
Yeah, opioids. No. I love so-and-so. I love so-and-so. I look on the PG folder.
You remember the PG folder?
Uh-huh.
Hey, do you remember the slam books?
Well, no, we didn't do slam books.
Remember the slam books? It's almost like Facebook.
We never did that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
You make a little book, you put everybody's name in it, and some people put, oh, ooh, ick, or other people say, oh, he's cute, oh, he's fine.
We didn't do that. I don't think. I mean, I never did it.
Yeah.
Never saw one even. There.
Well, you were always running off with some boyfriend.
That was it.
You were always behind the school with a boyfriend.
Oh.
That's what I heard.
Oh, yeah, well, you didn't hear right.
Oh, you're in front of the school with the boys.
You didn't hear right. That's not the place. So, no. I was a pretty good kid.
Okay.
All my friends from high school have just now died. They're laying on the floor screaming at this very moment. But anyway, so I think that's a pretty cool story, though. It would be like a snapshot in time.
It would be.
And like I said, I wouldn't want my purse found no matter when. Back then.
Now, one time I did buy an old house that was for rental. Mm-hmm. I bought it. They had all this old stuff in it, and they had this shed in the back that the grandpa lived in. And I found a bunch of old stuff, old newspapers, old coins, all kinds of old stuff. It was really neat. I kept it all.
I would keep it on. I think that's pretty cool. Let me see what we've got here, because this is, okay, here's a funny one. This will show you not to be a good Samaritan. Columbus, Ohio. Police in Ohio's capital city say a man stole a police cruiser, and just minutes after the officer revived him. So he was in a drug overdose, lying there, unconscious, practically dying. Police officer revives him. He turns his back because he thinks the guy's laying there, and the guy gets up, jumps in the car, and drives off. Yeah, and then he crashed a few miles away.
That's fun.
Oh my God, I think that's really funny. I don't know. People are crazy, aren't they?
Extremely.
And it's the older I get, the more I can't get over it. It's they're not just crazy. They are crazy. I don't know what they are. I'm just out of it. So this is a good one. A Texas grandma. All this stuff happens in Texas. Uses a child scooter. Okay, so this is a grandma. I love these. I love these grandmas. I love these Texas grandmas.
I'll tell you a story about a grandma after you're done with this.
She uses a scooter to defend herself against a pair of machete-wielding men wearing clown masks. So oh my God, these two creepy clown masks come up with machetes on this grandma. And she picks up her kid's scooter and just nails them. They attempted, but here's the better part. Her husband was with her, so she protected the husband. So her name is Aretha Cardinal, and her husband Joseph Nelson were in a driveway in Texas City home last week when the masked man approached and placed a machete to her throat.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, this is a tough old broad, isn't she? And they say that she was wrestled away the machete from the man, and Nelson wrestled away, so her husband wrestled the man with the machete while she grabbed a child's scooter in the driveway and used it to strike the other man. They tried to run away, but the couple chased them, smashing their window.
They were scared to death.
The two suspects have been jailed on aggravated robbery charges. Hey, no one messes with Texas, right?
Grandmas. She's probably a big woman
Texas,
too.
with a cow.
Well, let me tell you what happened to me the other day. I was in King Soopers and I was going down one aisle and I was trying to get, it was the last can of, they had a special on coffee. I went up to grab it and this old lady came and grabbed it at the same time. Huh. I kind of pulled, she pulled, and I said, what are you doing? She said, give me that. I seen it first. I go, well, no ma'am, I had my hand. Oh no, and then kept the stuff on me. Or you know what? I kind of pushed her back. She pushed me down real hard, grabbed me by my leg, just like I'm pulling your leg.
Oh jeez, I'm listening to the damn story. Hey, Jill Clanky is on here. Clanky and Cook, that's a law firm in town.
Clanky and Cook.
Yeah, it's fun names. Clanky and Cook. But they are awesome attorneys. I tell everybody, because they're my friends, that they're smart. They're really smart. That they're just like everybody else, but smart. They're like normal people, but smart. And they do estates and trusts and will planning and real estate and that type of thing. Awesome. So thanks for tuning in, Jill. What I was going to say is that I have a story about that. You're Catholic. Or used to be Reformed Catholic?
I've never been.
Oh, you went
yes,
to
I
Jesus,
have,
you
yes.
liar. We're all Catholic. We're all Reformed Catholics.
You're buying that.
I'm like, I'm listening. Really? You're Catholic?
Went to Regis. You're right away. Bam.
So anyway.
A Jesuit.
I know, you went to a Jesuit school for God's sake. Working for them's hard enough. The Jesuits take about,
I got beat down for not
they don't pay you real
well.
well at Regis, I'm telling you. It's not paid well. Because the Jesuits take a vow of poverty so everybody else can live it. They don't pay you at all. It's like, okay. So you can live it. But what I was going to say, back on this thing, is that I'm in the, back in the day when I was practicing Catholic, you would give up things for Lent. We're coming into the Lenten season pretty soon. Like it's going to be, we're going to have people giving stuff up. And so one year, my husband and I went, we were young couple at the time. I went to the priest and we said, we were going to give up sex for Lent. And the priest said, I don't think you should do that. That's not a good idea. And we said, no, it's okay. We can do this. We've been married a few years. It's not, we can handle it.
Because you're not doing it.
Yeah, all the time anyway. So we can do this. And the priest was like, I don't think you should, but if you want to do it, fine. Come back.
No sex.
Yeah. He said, come back and give me problems. So, first week of Lent went by, it was no problems. Everybody went by. The third week of Lent, it was just, I don't know what happened. We just kind of fell off the wagon, I guess. Because we were, but anyway, one day I was making some coffee.
Go on.
I was getting some coffee, and I bent down to pick coffee off the shelf, and I don't know, my husband must have just saw me like that,
coffee,
and he just went crazy, and he just grabbed me and we just fell to the floor and we made love. And then we said, oh my gosh, this is terrible. We got to go to the priest because we broke Lent. So I went to the priest and we said, we're all upset. And I was particularly upset because my husband was raised Catholic. He was just going along the ride. And I said,
I bet he went on the ride.
And he did. And I said, we broke our vow. We broke our vow. And I was all upset. I said, I don't want to go to hell. I'm sorry. I don't want to go to hell. And he said, well, why would you go to hell for that? I said, please don't throw me out of the church. He said, we're not throwing you out of the church. Why would you think they'd throw you out of the church? He said, what happened? I said, well, I just bent over to pick a pound of coffee up off the shelf. Patty saw me like that.
And he jumped you?
Jumped me, and that was it. And he said, well, why would you think we'd throw you out of church? I said, well, they threw us out of Safeway. Oh, sorry.
See, it's just like my joke.
Yeah, that's it. They threw us out of Safeway. But anyway.
That worked.
Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it?
That's a real good.
I love that joke.
It's like Boy Scouts eating the brownies.
Oh, here he is. Look at him. Just for fun.
What are some of the craziest things that people go to confession? Because in
Right.
Catholicism, you
Everything's a sin.
you go to confession, you have to confess to the priest.
Yeah, and thinking about it's a sin. Doing it's a sin. I mean, if you're gonna think about something, you may as well do this something because it's a sin. Thinking it, doing it, it's the same, right?
It's just, how do you go tell somebody you don't know what you were doing?
I don't, and it's always canned. And then especially when you were little, like you were like 6 or 7, you'd go in there and you'd be scared to death that little room. And, and now we know why people were scared to death to go in that little room.
Well, when I was like 14, I'd go in there, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. I was with little Mariah over there on the next door neighbor girl. And so I better stop there. You're waiting here.
I'm waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. No, but I mean, you go in there, it was scary. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been 1 week since my life. What could a 6-year-old possibly do? Or a 7-year-old possibly do in 1 week? Well,
what do you think that priest would do?
Oh, I think you heard stuff like, I know what I would say. I would be like, I was like mean to my mommy, and
okay, move it from 6 years old to 10.
Let's see. We stole a piece of candy.
Move it up to 13 years old.
Let's see, 13.
Get a deeper voice. Come on, your voice is changing.
13 would be, forgive me, Father, for I sinned. It's been a month since my confession. She used to go every week. Now you're going a month. It's been a month since my last confession. And we lied to my mother. We smoked pot.
Okay, move it up to 16. Now your voice is
It's like, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. And you don't want to tell them to do that. Then you just make stuff up.
Sure, little boy.
Just make stuff up. But, oh my, I mean, it's like crazy. And then after a while, it's like, the older you get, you can tell how old somebody is by the length of time it's been since they went to confession. Okay, when you're little, you go every single week.
Now, do you think any of the little girls or little boys have confessed their sins about having sex?
Oh, God, no. You think they did?
I don't know. Little girls are a lot more wilder than little boys. Little boys are so, they're angelic.
Up.
They were so angelic all the way, and then they would be, these little girls would come and just corrupt them.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, that might have worked with your mama, but nobody else.
Yeah. Tell me how you used to corrupt the little boys.
I'm not even going there.
You did. Used to be.
We're not.
Never mind.
We're not going there. Hey, look it's our friend Teresa. You know what they have? Oh, come on! I bet you've eaten there. Chubbies. Yeah. Cordobas. Yep. They have Chubbies. And it's great. And they have the one right by my house. It's really good. I like that chili.
She's got the grow house around by her house. She's got Chubbies around her house.
So you got everything you need. I got 2 marijuana stores right across the street. Like, get out of our neighborhood. There they are. Then you can go right down to Chubbies and just fill up. And then I can go to my friend Clanky and cook and get me out of jail. And then see, we got it all handled here.
Have you been to jail?
No. I've never gotten caught with anything.
I've never gotten
caught. I'm not saying I didn't do anything, but
yeah, we've never gotten caught. He's at it for that.
There he is. Coming in. There he is. But anyway, I just think that's amazing. We got off on all that subject because of the Texas grandma.
Good, we did the grandma story.
That's it. I know it. That's crazy. These oddities are amazing. I don't know. Anyway, here's another one. Tip leads to cocaine and stashed in a jailed man's prosthetic leg. So this guy's a fake leg, takes it off and puts cocaine in it apparently, and then he takes it into the jail.
That's really a good idea.
Yeah, it actually is a good idea, I guess. One time when I had a brace on my leg from skiing or something, we went to a concert at Red Rocks and I stuck a flask down the brace. So, because you could get in with the brace on the leg. And check
Everybody used to do some really cool little things to stash stuff to take into concerts,
I know.
The best one I seen was this guy had this fake baby.
Shut up.
In this little carriage. He has a little carriage and on front like he's acting like he was carrying the baby and he had a bowl of beer or wine and he had it covered with
That's really funny.
He did.
You could market and sell that. I think you could market and sell that.
You know those little carriers that harness carriers for babies?
Yeah. He had to fill with booze and a fake baby.
And he covered it with a blanket.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
He got through?
He did? Yeah. Got through? Wow. Today they're more sophisticated though.
Yeah.
They catch you a lot now. Of course, everything's legal. They have to bring anything in.
Yeah. He's like, what you got there? Oh, I got a half
yeah. I got 4 joints. Okay, that's fine. What do you got there? I got a cigarette. You're out. That's against the law in Colorado. You can't smoke in a venue, a public
nasty
venue.
Cigarette.
Yeah,
Good.
You can't smoke that in a public venue. I always thought that was funny.
Have you ever smoked?
Smoked cigarettes. Yes, I smoked when I was younger, and I quit when my daughter was pregnant with my first child.
Oh, that's good.
Many years ago because I don't know.
Well, you
I
heard the
wasn't a heavy
cigarette companies
smoker.
are trying to get into the marijuana.
Yeah, I wasn't a heavy smoker, though I smoked very light, like maybe a pack of leaves. When I was at the bar with friends, I'd smoke.
Are we getting close to the end of your show?
I think we are. We're getting close to the end. So let's say goodbye to everybody, and we have a few minutes, and we're going to say goodbye to Mr. Donald Trump. Hey, look, it's Santana. He's pretty upset with you. You're playing Santana. He's going to check you out now because you're playing Santana. He doesn't like that.
He wants to see my green card.
He wants to see your green card, Henry. You got one?
Actually, yeah. It depends on how green you want it.
Yeah, really. Okay, so on behalf
of Visa,
Donald.
Or you can have a MasterCard.
On behalf of Donald, Henry, and myself, thanks for tuning into the WTF. It's been a little crazy today. I just had to bring in my special guest. Happy birthday again to Lynn Turnbull, and best wishes to Susan Nash as she is on her recovery. And take care. We'll catch you in 2 weeks.
See y'all later.
Bye-bye.